Good morning, everyone. I didn't know this mic is this loud, or it is my voice. Good. So as the presentation is coming up, how many of you either are aware of or invest in unit trust funds? Just by a show of hand. At least you are aware or you invest in unit trust funds. Good. That's about 80% of us in this room. If you are aware of or invest in unit trust funds, you already know quite a bit about REITs. Because REITs are simply unit trust funds. It's just that they invest in property. That's basically what REITs are. They are unit trust funds, but they invest in property. And because they invest in property, then there are certain uniquenesses that come with it. That is why you'll hear, certain aspects of valuers that you don't see in a normal unit trust, because it's unique to property. So there are a lot more other players in that arrangement, but the basic structure of a REIT is actually the same structure as a unit trust. It's just that, so a REIT is just a unit trust that invests in property. The point that I wanted to make here, which is a very short point, is I wanted to bring out a uniqueness that is sometimes missed by players when they are coming up with, on this other side it's missing? Who's in charge of the display? Somebody can sort out that. Good, thank you. So my point here is to bring out a uniqueness that is with REIT applications that you will not see with when you want to raise a bond issue, when you want to apply for a unit trust, and that is that the application you make to the CMA as a promoter is a joint application between the promoter and the trustee. You'll not see that in any other capital raising issue. So if you want to raise a bond, you will bring in your service providers together, and then you will do the application, and then you will deal with CMA. But there's a uniqueness with a REIT in that while you're working around all these service providers, when you're actually making the application to CMA, it is a joint application. And it is a joint application because it is assumed that this is a core effort and a core ownership of that solution between the promoter and the trustee. Why? What is the role of the trustee here? The trustee's role here is to act on behalf of the unit holders or on behalf of the people who will invest in it. So it's just looking out for their interest, purely that. Because if you have 1,000 people who subscribe to a REIT, there are 1,000 of them own the REIT. They own the REIT. If it has 10 properties, they all equally, in proportion to their ownership, they all equally own those properties. But they cannot all be signing off on legal documents or signing off on contracts or signing off on this other thing. So that is why that party, who's called a trustee, is there acting on their behalf. So that is a key point that, that is a key point that I wanted to raise. That number one, a REIT is simply a unit trust that invests in property. Secondly, that when you're making an application for a REIT to be authorized by CMA, it is a joint application between the promoter. The promoter here is the person who's come up with the idea and bringing the people together. It is a joint application between the promoter and the trustee. And the trustee here being acting on behalf of all the investors who will participate in that REIT. So in that sense then, you have covered quite a bit in terms of the responsibilities of the trustee. So that means because they are acting on behalf of the fund and on the investors, it means that they will sign off the contracts on behalf of these parties. So whoever is being engaged to offer service to the REIT is being contracted, and the person who is signing off those contracts is the trustee on behalf of the REIT. So that is the simple point that I wanted to make. We are open to conversations in this room and even after. And at NCBA, we are here to support REIT issuers, and I can see it's back. Yes. So in terms of additional requirements, those are things that we can discuss. They are there very clearly in the regulations, but the trustee is required, as you make the application, to make certain declarations that whatever it is that you're bringing as a REIT, that it is a true reflection and a true representation of what is in those documents. So simply that is what I wanted to make clear, that it is a joint effort. That is why you will need to engage your trustees early and have discussions with them. It is a joint effort. It is a joint application, something that is unique to a REIT issuer, that is you will not find in any other issuer in the market. Thank you very much, and God bless you.